What's up, y'all? Welcome to Marriage and Medicine. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about match day. So if you like our video, please feel free to like and subscribe. Thank you guys in advance for your support. But yeah, I'll let you take it away. Go ahead.
So match day is pretty much the best day in the entire world. Or at least it's the best day in medical school. Even better than graduation. It's like the one day that everybody waits for, and it feels like it takes forever to get here, but then when it comes, it's like so exciting. So basically match day happens your last year of medical school, and preparing for that, what you do is you make a list of all of the places that you applied and interviewed at, and you basically just put the ones that you really want to go to at the top, and then the ones you not so much want to go to at the bottom. So like if you have 10, you're going to do a 1 to 10 list of all of those places. I would say for tips on that, as far as trying to figure out where to put places, think of like family. If you're planning to have a family at some point, or if you already have a family, think about the area. Like, is it family friendly? Is there a lot of things to do? Not just for the medical person in the relationship, but for the non-medical one. Think about cost of living.
Yeah.
If it's like super expensive in that area, or if it's not. Think about, what's the other one? Oh, if you plan to work, the one that's not in medicine. I chose not to continue to work, but if you're someone that is going to continue to work, you're going to have to think about, like, is your job flexible? Can you find your job pretty much everywhere, or is it limited? So those are just things you're going to have to think about while you create your list. And then also think about the program itself. Like, how do they treat their residents? How do they treat the doctors? Is it an enjoyable place, or like a good atmosphere to be in? So those are things to consider when you make your list. All of the residencies are going to make their list as well of everybody they interviewed, and they'll put from number 1 all the way to 100 of who they want the most and least. And then those lists, basically you submit them online, and there's this algorithm that matches you at a residency program. So match day is the day that you find out where you got matched to. It's like super, super exciting. You don't find out until that week. So match day is usually on a Friday. Yeah. You find out that Monday if you matched or not, and I'll let you talk about what that is like.
Yeah, that's that day you just basically, you can't put your phone down. You're sitting here, you're just refreshing that email pretty much all day long, waiting to see for that email to come through. Basically that email comes in and it tells you matched, doesn't tell you where you matched, doesn't tell you what you matched into, it just says you matched. Sometimes some people may apply to different programs, so they might want to like apply to a couple family medicine, but they also may apply to some pediatrics. Wouldn't necessarily recommend that, but some people do, kind of as like a fallback kind of thing. So you don't know which one you matched into. So that Monday is one of those days that you're just on your phone all day. And once you get that, you can breathe. You can relax. You know that you're going to match. You know that you're going to go to a residency somewhere. But unfortunately, some people do go through that situation where they don't get that letter on Monday. If that were to occur, what happens is then you go into what they call the Scramble. And essentially, you're making calls to different residency programs. Everybody's usually not going to fill. So you're making calls to different residency programs, trying to see if they have any open spots still left. And you're basically just cold calling, re-interviewing kind of thing, like over the phone, like really quick kind of things. Really, you're just trying to find something to match into. If you apply to a very very competitive specialty like orthopedics or something that you didn't match, the chances of there being an orthopedic spot still available after the match is pretty slim to none. So at that point, you're transitioning to trying to get into maybe a surgical spot, like a surgical prelim spot or a family medicine spot, or really something that's a little less competitive and that will also have more spots available for you to go into. And so you're basically doing that from Monday on through Thursday, essentially. You have multiple rounds of this scramble. So basically, if you don't get one on Tuesday, Basically, a new rounds opens up and you try again on Wednesday. You really keep going until you match somewhere. And then comes Friday. Friday is that time where you get all of your family, you get all your friends, as many people as you can. Unfortunately, this year is unfortunate because we're talking about a pandemic here. There are not going to be that many people in attendance. It'll probably be virtual, unfortunately. But by the time down the road, hopefully that will not be the case anymore. But you get everybody involved. This is one of those kind of big moments. Every medical school does something different. They have a different tradition. Sometimes the fourth years get to make their own kind of transitions on how they want their ceremony to kind of go. What we did was, in order for everybody to open basically when you go there, you get a letter, and your letter is telling you where you matched, is having your location, what you matched into, all those kind of things. So what we did was in order to have everybody open them at the same time, beforehand, we did a little ceremony where we get to go walk up on stage individually with kind of like a little PowerPoint showing pictures of the family, just things that you're interested in, different things like that. You walk across the stage to whatever music that you wanted to play, and then you basically come back down to your family. And we'll play a little clip of that towards the end. But then after that, once everybody's kind of going through, we all went and got our letters. Everybody came back, sat down. We had a little countdown, and everybody just ripping that envelope up. I'm trying to see where we're going. It's always interesting. You get a range of kind of excitement. Other people's are kind of like, I wasn't too thrilled with where I matched, but it's a good time either way. If you're getting an envelope, it's always one of those things where you are in a top tier position. You matched into a residency, which some people may not have been able to do. So always be thankful for the position that you're in. Even if you may not have matched to the residency of your choice, just always be thankful. Yeah.
And even if you don't match, like he was talking about on that Monday, if you don't get the email, there's still people that don't get the email, but by Friday they're able to have matched somewhere. So it's not like if you don't get the email on Monday that, oh, well, great, now I'm just not getting to go to residency and it's over for me. Like, it is still possible to get matched into a residency. So don't feel like that's like, if that were to happen to you, that your life is just over and you have to start over. Usually, I would say probably 95% of the time still, those people are able to match on Friday, and they're good also.
Yeah, just make sure that if that were to occur to you, make sure that you reach out. Your advisors will be reaching out to you like immediately if they have found out that you didn't match on that Monday. So there will be people in your corner. Just make sure that you reach out to them and be very transparent with them as well. They can't help you if they don't know kind of the entire extent of what is going on, essentially. So be very transparent during that time period so that they can get you placed in the best possible location that they can at that point. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of what match day is like. It's definitely filled with a lot of excitement. There's a lot of anticipation that builds up to that day. So really to have that kind of release during that day is something that not many people get to experience, but it's a great feeling altogether.
Are we allowed to share? I don't really remember your rank list 100%, but are you allowed to share now that you're past that, kind of like what places you ranked where? Or is that not a thing?
I probably won't. That's basically what match day is like. So again, feel free to like and subscribe if you want more content similar to this in the future. Peace.